Hello, and welcome to episode 107 of the CinePhellas Podcast. That's right, CinePhellas, the only place where Oliver Stone goes to Dairy Queen any given Sunday.
Ooh.
Yeah, the jokes only get worse from here. Speaking of things that get worse from here, Bob, you mentioned that you saw Tom and Jerry, the new movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm very glad I have HBO Max. Because if I would have went to a theater and paid for that, I'd be really pissed off. The animation, the drawings didn't seem like they were finished. It felt like that leaked thing from Wolverine back in the day, Origins, when that got leaked, and it was just terrible. I'd prefer to pay a midget to punch me in the balls for an hour and a half. The movie was an hour and 42 minutes. Why would a Tom and Jerry movie need to be an hour and 42 minutes?
Yeah, way too long, man.
Yeah, you put that thing at 82 minutes prime, and you're good.
That's it.
Were they in the movie for like 5 minutes?
No, they're in the movie quite a bit, but just...
Okay, here's real quick. I'm sorry, Bob. They're in the movie a lot, but it seems like a long, extended, unnecessary, very extremely mediocre storyline that Tom and Jerry are just sprinkled over.
This by no means is a Tom and Jerry story. This is a story with Tom and Jerry inserted into it.
Yeah, they're the supporting actors, but they're the title characters. It's a bad thing when my favorite part of the movie was Michael Pena. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Michael Pena.
Yeah, I love Michael Pena, though.
And Colin Jost. When they're the best part of the Tom and Jerry movie, something's wrong. You know?
I had to explain to my kids that the guy who plays, Colin Jost, I was like, know who he's married to in real life? They're like, who? I was like, Black Widow. They're like, oh, yeah.
The hottest woman on the face of this planet.
Exactly.
Like, props to that guy. Like, I don't care who you are. Like, if you think she's unattractive, I'm not quite sure if you're an actual human being.
This is true.
Yeah.
I kind of feel bad for Chloe Grace Moretz because ever since Kick-Ass, I really wanted her to just go off and be this really great actress. And she seems like a really cool person, but I think she might need a new agent.
Yes.
Yeah, she's been in a bunch of shitty ass.
You know what I realized though? I think this is a story we've seen before. This is the Piper Perabo line here. She was good in Coyote Ugly, all this stuff. What happens? She goes with Rocky and Bullwinkle. Career takes a dive. I'm just saying. Chloe's going to have to end up on a TBS original miniseries, and then her career will pop up somewhat.
Niall, good point. Like, get a new fucking agent. Like, that girl is beautiful. She's extremely talented, but the work she's doing does not showcase anything of what she's capable of.
No, even that remake of Carrie that she was in, that was one of the problems with the movie.
Yeah.
Where, with Sissy Spacek, I can understand that's a girl who looks like she might get teased or bullied in school. Grace Moretz at all.
Yo, no. No. That's not the girl that gets bullied. She's the girl that does the bullying. She's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. It's like, I can't buy, maybe in a movie setting, you can't buy that. It's like, she's an incredible actress. I mean, that's great, but there's some kind of showcase that she is not getting. I don't know what it is, but one day I hope she finds. She's still very young. She's like 24, right?
Yeah, she's not.
She's 24.
She was drinking champagne in the movie, and I was like, I don't think she's supposed to do that. Just because I'm still.
Right? Yeah. I was like, oh my god, this is a fucking. What's going on?
She was in that. She was supposed to be in that movie Lucy K that got canceled.
Oh, yeah. Talk about that. What happened?
Yeah.
I didn't know about that.
It was because, the whole thing would happen.
Well, yeah, obviously he jerked off into a ficus plant or whatever.
And then, he was supposed to release a movie, and she was in it. She was the daughter. But they canceled the movie.
What was the movie about?
It was just about, he was like, it's kind of like a Woody Allen-esque kind of thing. It's a Hollywood story. He's like a...
Is there a way to get it? Can we watch it?
You can watch a trailer, but I don't think the movie.
I don't know. There's a convention coming up in Chicago in December. I'll see if any of those bootleggers have anything fun there.
Yeah, do it.
Oh wow.
Did anyone see her in that movie Shadow of the Cloud, where it was like the gremlins in the sky?
No, I didn't see that one. I saw it on demand, but I didn't watch it.
Oh, you don't really need to watch it. The ending is good, but that's
Yeah, you just you don't need to
She's
watch
in
it.
it.
Oh,
That's
she's
what
in
he-
it.
That's what he's saying.
Real
Yeah.
quick, John Boyega just won Best Supporting Actor on a TV show.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, where's peanuts in that Coca-Cola, Bob?
No, I don't have any peanuts. I have a whole thing of like all out there is squirrels. I have a peanut on the table. Them little bastard gonna bust right through the window like the Kool-Aid man. I'm staying clear.
Bob, I know I'm just a guest right now, but I demand next episode you have peanuts in your Coca-Cola.
I can do that.
I'm
By next
never,
time, I'll make sure I have.
never coming back to CinePhellas. No, I'm kidding.
But no, but now I've had it. You need to end up getting a Coke.
Hey,
Get
you know
yourself a glass Coke and put peanuts in it.
I'll do it next. If you guys will have me, I'll do it next episode. And we'll drink peanuts and Coke together. That sounds like a great idea. Okay, great. Sorry, keep
Sounds like
going.
a plan.
Yes.
And I remember too the movie with Chloe Grace Moretz. She was. I'm not even kidding, Kevin. Like she's in like a bunker for like 90% of the movie, just talking on the radio. That's how you can tell the movie didn't have any budget. And it's sad because Max Landis, Max Landis.
It's another guy that's shit with his career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
No
yeah,
shit.
he had something to do with it too. But I wouldn't recommend it at all.
Yeah. No, it did look good. And it's not the man, but I don't want to do it.
No.
Yeah.
And did anyone, Kevin, we talked about it on the group text. I saw that movie, I Care a Lot.
You liked it, right?
Now, here's the thing.
I saw that too.
Yeah, what's that about?
I
I haven't
liked
seen
it.
it.
Well, Armando, I'll let you talk about it.
So basically, Rosamund Pike, she plays like this woman. She's like she basically is like a caregiver, like she does like a guardianships, like basically these old women that like basically they can't take care of themselves. She has like a scam going where like she works with these doctors or like these like people that work at these nursery care places, and basically she has an agreement where they basically gaslight these women, these older women, into thinking, oh, you're sick and you need help, and so you need to go to this place, and you're not capable of taking care of yourself. So I'm gonna be your guardian. I'm gonna do everything for you. And so basically, one of the women, it turns out like her son is looking for her because I don't know, it's a whole thing, but she basically didn't look up the whole. There's a whole story with one of the women.
Well, she works for the court, so she has the law on her side.
And
so
she has a big doctor.
Yeah, that's a big part of it too.
Yeah, she has the doctor forge documents.
There's a whole underground kind of system she has going. It's like a
And Peter Dinklage is the son, Diane Wiest's son, who's involved with the mob.
Feelings.
It was cool.
Now, Kevin, when you sent me that text on the group message, there was 2 minutes left into the movie, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna hate this movie. But right when you sent me that text, something happened at the end to Rosamund Pike, and it made it the best movie I've seen so far this year.
Golden touch.
I
wonder
really
what
want to spoil it, but Rosamund Pike is the elderly abuse that she does.
Yeah, I like the thing with me. I liked it, but like the whole time, I like wanted something to happen to. Like I feel like they set it up like because there's the whole Peter Dinklage thing. You're supposed to think they're like the bad guys, but then the whole time
there's
like
no good guys in that movie.
Well, that's true too, I guess.
Yeah.
But maybe the way it was set, like I guess like the last act kind of is like.
Oh yeah, I know why.
I think you guys are giving a little bit away right now. No.
No, it's a
well,
lot
no, I saw it, and like in the beginning, I didn't think they were both bad guys, you know.
Yeah,
well, we won't spoil it, but Rosamund Pike.
I'm trying to think from somebody who hasn't seen it, and I don't want to. Here's the thing. I'm the kind of guy that doesn't even watch trailers because I don't want things spoiled. So maybe you guys are fine. I'm just over it. Okay. But here's my thing. I'm sorry to interrupt anybody that had any other thoughts, but it's the only thing I'm going to say about that movie. I loved it. She was fucking incredible. By the way, total fucking hottie. Jesus Christ. I don't know who that woman was. The lead.
Diane Wiest.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was in Gone Girl.
Yeah, Diane Wiest. She's fucking great.
I get it, man. Ever since Edward Scissorhands, I got you.
Wait, what's her name? Fucking
Boys.
Pike?
Rosamund Pike.
Oh, Rosamund Pike.
Yeah.
Amazing. Great. Never heard of her.
Yeah, she's in Gone Girl.
Gone Girl, yeah.
Oh,
No, she's incredible. She reminds me. She actually reminds me of my acting teacher. But the point is, I in the beginning was like, okay, what is Peter Dinklage gonna give me right now? Ooh, this is warming up to be something. Ooh, Peter. And I have to be honest, I was a little bit disappointed with how his character arc and just what I was expecting. I thought it was gonna be a juicy role, and it was just kind of like this pissed off like son that was like, meh, you know.
Yeah, but my dad doesn't watch Game of Thrones. That was his first exposure to Peter Dinklage, and he said halfway through the movie, he's like this guy's a really good actor. So it was a good role for him.
Here's the thing: nobody wants to talk about it, but everyone's like, oh wow, like it's the thing is with Peter Dinklage is there's never ever anything brought up that he is a little person, that he is. It's like his acting shines through everything.
Oh, yeah,
it's never brought up. No one even thinks about that when you're watching him. The fact that he broke through that, it's so obvious the difference, and it's like, wow, this guy is such an incredible actor. You don't even think about that, and I feel bad that it's like. I mean, I'll admit, at least myself, I won't speak for you guys, that it's like you'll think about that. Oh my God, that guy. You know, it's very different. You know, he looks very different from the other actors, but he just fucking holds his own in every role he's ever done. And I just love Peter Dinklage so much.
Great.
Yeah.
To me, he's honestly the hero of that movie. I hated Rosamund Pike's character like a lot. Like she was terrible. But Rosamund Pike was also in The World's End. Did you guys see that?
Yes. I forgot about that. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I forgot she was in it, but yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, she sucks in that movie. She's in this movie. She's an asshole.
Yeah, she's
terrible. Yeah.
Honestly, I didn't even hear about it until you guys were talking about it.
I don't even want to talk
on the group text. I don't know how I missed this movie, but I'll check it out.
It's the number one movie on Netflix. So as soon as you go on Netflix, it'll be right there. You can't miss it.
Yeah.
Well, no, Kevin, right when you sent me that text, I'm like, I think I'm going to hate this movie. And then something happens, and I'm like, best movie of 2021 so far.
Really? You felt that strongly about it, Niall? Really?
It was.
No, I'm not saying that's wrong. That's awesome. That's great. That's cool. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, for now, because we just got through January, February, not the best month for movies. So
right.
Now, this is so far the best one.
The bar is kind of low for you right now.
What did you?
No, I'm kidding.
So you guys think Holland's gonna stay with Spider-Man after the next one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah,
but he's
I hope
taking
not.
over for Downey.
I hope not. I want to see a new Spider-Man. I'm kind of burned out of Peter Parker. I want to see. Yeah, I want to see Miles Morales. Yeah, I want to see that.
Oh, Miles. So I was showing part of. I'm sorry, I called you Miles. Oh my God.
Sorry,
hey,
Miles.
Hi, I'm Miles.
Logan, I was showing him your review of Miles Morales, and dude, how crazy were those graphics?
Incredible.
Yeah, he played it.
Man.
He played through it. Yeah,
I played through it, man. It's amazing. Well worth it. If you don't have the PS5, get it.
I don't. Is the video on your channel? Can I go watch it? I'm gonna go watch the full thing. He showed me just like a clip of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a review of the game. That's all it is.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna go watch it. Awesome.
Speaking of Spider-Man, did anyone check out Spider-Man on heroin and Cherry?
No, it's
what?
I didn't see Tom Holland's in a new movie where he plays a soldier who comes back from war and has PTSD. It's called Cherry.
Oh, okay.
It's on Apple.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be good. I heard.
Yeah, all the scores have been given it a C-, which is surprising. They say Holland has a really great performance, but the movie's a mess.
The choice and the way they presented the PTSD side of him was really shitty.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, the direction wasn't good.
But
I still want to see it though.
Yeah, I want to see it for the performance, just to see what the directors of the Avengers do with drugs, what after they did with Thanos. Just imagine that on drugs. That's awesome.
Holland starts shooting up heroin and stuff.
Yeah, in Mysterio when he's like, "Oh, Peter Parker, it's Peter Parker," and he's like, "What the?" Maybe he just goes into drugs after that. You can watch.
Yeah. He's in Hell's Kitchen already.
I haven't seen it yet, but truthfully, I'll check it out.
Yeah, me too.
Not expecting much though.
I'll give it a chance.
But that brings up an interesting point. Do you think the Russo brothers, when they're not working with the big spectacle, do you think their storytelling may lack when they don't have all the spectacles and all of that?
It seems like it because they had the highest grossing movie of all time, and then they put out this movie and it just bombs.
Yeah. They did 21 Bridges too, right?
I think they just produced that. I'm not sure.
Okay.
They do it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. If you ask me, that movie was a bridge too far.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm here all night, gentlemen. I'm here all night.
You're here all night, folks. Don't forget to tip your waitress.
I swear, you and I need to go on stage together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I didn't realize the Russos did You, Me, and Dupree.
They did?
Yeah, that's terrible.
That's awesome.
Oh man, that movie
Cinema
was
gold. I'm kidding.
They also did The Relic, which
The
is
Relic.
interesting.
Yeah, that horror flick. I didn't know that.
The one from 2020.
Yep, the new one from last
Yeah.
year.
How was that?
I didn't see it. It had like the same overall, like, if I don't watch a trailer and I see a picture, I see a cover of something, it looked like Insidious Part 4 to me. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, it's the same woman, it's the same groove. No, I'm done.
Executive produced by James Wan.
You know, one thing too I thought was interesting was the Twilight Zone got canceled again. It's gonna get rebooted.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Just leave it alone. We don't need any more Twilight Zone.
No, that Netflix thing is more like the Twilight Zone anyways. Oh God, I can't remember the name.
Black Mirror.
Black Mirror.
That's a way better show than
Yeah.
Twilight. Because it was on CBS. It's like, what can you do with this? It's going to be like family friendly and it was just shitty.
Even though you do have to admit that podcast episode on the plane.
Oh,
that was amazing.
Yeah.
And then it just went downhill.
there were a couple that I fucking loved, and then there were a couple that I was like, ugh, that was a rough one.
It started off so strong, and then just like season 2 is like all over the place.
I was the one with Joe McHale.
I can't even remember which one that was.
I don't even remember that either.
Like, I saw a whole second season. There were a couple I was like, oh, that was good, but the majority I was just like, oh, damn, this is leaving. Like halfway through that season, I'm like, oh, this isn't getting renewed unless they can like even Black Mirror. There are some episodes that like kind of kick you in the gut, and you're like, I don't know what to think about that. And I think that's what Twilight Zone's supposed to do. Whereas Black Mirror had the one about the guy who had the VR games.
Yeah.
And then he fights his friend, and all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. That was the new season, Black Mirror. But yeah, it was way better done. Like, Twilight Zone just sucked.
No, but they could do a Twilight Zone. I don't know if they'll do it, but they could put it on Netflix maybe. Do you think they'll do that? Like a reboot on Netflix?
That's a better home for it, yeah.
Or Shudder or something?
Yeah. Shudder's got Creepshow. I don't know if they would jump straight. Like, they want more direct. I could see if they did a Tales from the Crypt thing, that Shudder would jump on it, but I think Twilight Zone is too. It also falls under sci-fi and stuff. I could see them. I mean,
Shudder has Creepshow though. That's too much. Like Tales from the Crypt.
Has that second season started yet?
April 1st.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have to watch that Halloween episode because it had Joe Hill on it as well.
Yeah, it's good.
Anything Joe Hill does, I have to get into.
Yeah, but if Twilight Zone, yeah, it'd be good on Netflix or Shudder. I could see Bruce Campbell hosting it. I love that.
Yeah, that was a good idea. Yeah. I didn't really think of any host, and I know I was the one who thought of the topic, which is sad. But I think Willem Dafoe would make a good host.
Willem Dafoe, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I can see that.
Going in the way of, you need the narrator, you need the guy who can come in from out of nowhere and make it look classically. This is going to sound weird, but give me Billy Zane. For some reason, Billy Zane could actually pull that up incredibly well. Like, he needs to be just deadpan, all that, and I think Billy Zane.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right, want to get crazy? Let's get crazy. What about a female host, and it's Rosamund Pike?
Oh my god. doing the same character.
I would go with Gillian Anderson. X-Files.
Ooh, huh.
Good one.
Okay. What about you, Kevin? Uncle Jesse?
Lance Riddick from The Wire.
Oh, okay. Uncle Jesse, what about you? Who do you think will make a good, host if they were to reboot the Twilight Zone?
Frank Reynolds. I don't know, man. I kind of really like your answer a lot.
Yeah.
I think that would be really crazy. As far as wow, I honestly I didn't even really think about it. A Twilight Zone host. So maybe Walken?
Okay.
You know?
Welcome.
Maybe like something that's just I think to get like I think it needs to be somebody who's reflective of the mood of that show. Just someone who's just an enigma. Someone who's like, you know, like you don't really know what's going on ever with them. And they're, you know, I don't know, maybe Walken, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. That'd be a good choice.
What about Samuel L. Jackson? Like the host will scare you more than the episode.
Motherfucker, this is a great episode.
And then the children watching are like, Jesus.
I don't know. You know, what's funny is you could almost get like, because Jordan Peele obviously was executive producer on all those and all that. Like maybe if you get another person who's actually shown they're decent with writing horror or something. Again, this can be an odd choice, but if you want to go that way, John Krasinski could actually pull that off.
He could.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
You have him show up in a suit and just randomly appear off of a bar or walk in from a side. Like he could pull that off really well.
Wait. What about Rainn Wilson?
Dude,
Yeah.
Rainn Wilson can play
fucking
any
Rainn
role
Wilson?
and I'll watch it. You reboot Sex and the City with Rainn Wilson playing all 4 roles and I'm funding that movie.
Armando, we were talking about the Twilight Zone getting canceled, and if they were to reboot it, who would you get as a host? So consider.
Michael Shannon.
Oh yeah,
That's a good choice. Michael Shannon, yeah.
Yo, Armando's got the best answer out of all of us, if you ask me. That's a great answer, dude.
Yeah, Michael Shannon's the one that could come up and just scare the shit out of you.
He's like creepy anyways, and then like intimidating. So I could see that more than anybody.
He has those Michael Shannon eyes. That's what I call him.
Michael Shannon like embodies like he embodies the feeling of about to like break sanity. Like it's like just under. It's like like he's holding something in. You know?
It's a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Well, Armando, you have the best answer. Like you put us to shame on us.
Yeah,
that's perfect.
Because you go into it. I think. Yeah, that's all I can think of right now. I don't know if I have any other ones.
No, you wouldn't need any other ones with that.
Yeah, I like that.
Imagine walking, just like, you're in a library, the world's ending, and your glasses break. And then that's the punchline. You can't see any more of the books, but that's all you have for the rest of your life.
I'd love to have just a host that's obviously intoxicated the entire time.
Like me. Hey guys, welcome to the fucking.
Imagine if you were in a studio and your wife's at home with your brother.
Wait, here's another good question. What's the least person you'd rather, like the opposite of who would host the Twilight Zone? Like Joan Rivers hosting the Twilight Zone, or like
well, that'd be really good. She's been dead for years. That's a host I want to see.
Mike Tyson.
I'm saying Ryan Seacrest.
Oh, that's Mike Tyson.
No, I'd watch
It's
Mike
the
Tyson.
story of a man. He was in a library.
In the Twilight Zone.
It's impeccable. It's incredible.
There's a little gremlin on the plane wing, and the plane's going down.
Oh man.
In the plane, like my pigeons. You know.
I love Mike Tyson so much.
You too.
Yeah, I started listening to his podcast after Henry was talking about it, and I just listened to Mike Tyson and Bill Burr, and that thing had me going, man.
One thing too we talked about was actors who never shared the screen together before. So I thought build up on that.
Bale and Phoenix. Christian Bale and Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
The most intense movie in the world. It would have to be like they're like bomb experts. That's mine.
I have one serious answer and one fantasy crazy answer. And I'll get mine out of the way. Can I say mine real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'd like to see Tom Hardy and Edward Norton in a movie together.
That's good.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Maybe an action movie, maybe a heist movie, maybe some kind of like period piece. I don't know, literally anything. I think that would be a lot of fun. They're my two favorite actors. So, and my second one, which is crazy, would be Paul Rubens as Pee Wee Herman and Keanu Reeves in some kind of action movie. A John Wick Pee Wee Herman crossover.
Okay, that sounds insane. I like it.
That guy said, "Let me get mine out of the way." So let's get.
I would actually watch that, to be honest.
I would watch that in a goddamn second.
Yeah. And it's mentioned Keanu Reeves because I thought of this one. Keanu Reeves and Matthew McConaughey. There'd be a lot of weed on that set. You know that.
It'd be such a relaxed movie.
What kind of movie, though?
A weed comedy.
It'd be a rom-com.
Yeah.
A rom-com?
Oh, it'd have to be a rom-com where one of them's involved. It'd have to be a gay rom-com, and that thing breaks box office right then and there.
Yo, Bob, you might be. If they did a gay rom-com, but like, what do you think that there'd be a crowd being like, "Hey, they're not gay. Like, they shouldn't be making this"? Because honestly, I would watch that movie. So
I don't think many people like. I mean, it's weird, but you know.
They're so beloved.
Jake Gyllenhaal and Heath Ledger weren't gay.
Right. I would see that movie.
Yeah, like it would just and it would have to be by the same guy who did As Good as It Gets and all that stuff. Like,
wait, Bob, I got an idea. Keanu Reeves and Matthew McConaughey, a crossover movie where Bill and Ted goes back in Interstellar, and there's some kind of time like tie where they come together in some kind of universe. So Bill and Ted and Interstellar are intertwined.
You make those canon.
Oh my God, that would be such a niche, terrible movie, and I'd watch every second of it.
What about you, Logan?
My two favorite actors, Ryan Gosling and Leo DiCaprio.
Wait, they weren't on the Mickey Mouse cover, right? I know Ryan Gosling was on the Mickey Mouse.
Gosling was, but Leo wasn't.
Okay. Leo was in Growing Pains.
Yeah, he was. That'd be my choice. Michael Pitt and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Another movie.
That's cool.
That's a good one.
I like those actors a lot.
Wow, you're a big Leo guy, huh?
Oh yeah. God, he's dreamy. No, I am. He's one of my favorite actors.
I have a hard time getting into Leo. I feel like I want to because a lot of people do like him. I liked him in The Revenant. I did.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
I think the last thing I really liked him was Titanic, and everything else has been him to me. Is like it's been him trying to. He's this young pretty boy trying to play an old man's role. You know, like he you know, that's just how he felt to me, and like as a result, his acting felt weird. So it's like I always try and pick people's brains when they say they love Leo. You know, like that's cool though.
He's Wolf of Wall Street was on the other day, and he's amazing in the Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street was great too. Yeah.
He's so good in that movie.
See, that's my thing with Leo. Like, there's a couple roles where it's like he lands right in the pocket, but most of them are like he's playing this cop that, in my head, should have been older, maybe, and like it's just like, oh, that's handsome Leo playing this rough guy, but that's handsome Leo. He's not rough, you know, like.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's crazy though. That's cool. What else?
He's good in the period pieces though. He can play those characters.
Yeah, I mean, Gangs of New York, right then and there.
That's excellent movie.
That set him there. No movie I loved him in, and a lot of people don't talk about it, is The Basketball Diaries. That movie and book, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was like one of his first movies, I think.
Same with Mark Wahlberg, and that's when he still was rocking Marky Mark CDs. Like, that dude put out a good performance like that.
Was he jacked in that movie too, Marky Mark?
Huh?
I said, wasn't he jacked in that movie, Marky Mark?
Dude, Marky Mark came out of the womb with a six-pack.
Me and Marky
so did Donnie, but Donnie's was able to be drunk.
Wait, Bob, did you say yours?
Honestly, there's not a lot of people that I'd love to see. Like, here. So I like odder types of. So to me, Jim Carrey in Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, The Majestic, Truman Show. I like that Jim Carrey. Don't get me wrong, I'll watch the shit out of almost anything he's in. But if you give me Jim Carrey and you give me Tom Hanks for some reason, as Tom Hanks is more as an authority figure. Honestly, like if you look at the way Jim Carrey can act, you put him as a mental patient and put Tom Hanks as a doctor or something, they could play off of each other in a way that it wouldn't feel foreign for either person, and it already reaffirms what we know about those actors. Tom Hanks would be an amazing doctor, or if you really want to get good, you switch up the roles. Have Jim Carrey be the doctor and let Tom Hanks play a little crazy, see what you can get.
I would watch that movie.
That second take would be interesting. The first take you said would be comfortable. The second take would be very interesting.
Because I think Tom Hanks has done enough. I mean, he's went Burbs, Money Pit, Forrest Gump. I mean, he's done everything. Let him play the villain. Let him play not the underdog. Let him play the one that is in the wrong. Like, everyone was great with Robin Williams. And then when 1 Hour Photo came out and Insomnia came out, they're like, holy shit, he can get dark. He can be a really good villain.
Juilliard, man.
Yeah, like I would love to see Tom Hanks try to get uncomfortable like that.
Yeah, I would love to see that too, but like history has proven that is like the only time that has really ever worked for him. One of the only times, at least, that I could think of was maybe Lady Killers, where he played that evil kind of like, and maybe
but he's
one
lovable though in that movie.
Yeah, I feel like that was a 1940s like vaudevillian. Like I want the gritty. Give me a gritty movie. Like give me One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest with Hanks as that person who's just kind of a piece of shit, Do
you like seeing people come out of their comfort zones a lot, as far as I could?
Yeah, that's why I loved like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind to me is a very underrated movie because you got to see Jim Carrey actually act, You got to see Kate Winslet not really play off of anyone who has been known as a lovable individual, It's wacky ace traits like this.
Also, I think a lot of that, I personally think a lot of that is the result of Michel Gondry.
Yeah.
Like, I think his directing in both. I think he saw something in Carrey, and he saw something in Winslet, and he saw something in their chemistry, and he really he fucking nurtured that, and he was like, you guys can. And I think that, and it stands out obviously in your mind, and most people's minds, as one of Carrey's first real pieces of work, and it's like.
Then they revisited and they made the show Kidding, and the second season's up. I haven't watched the second season, and that show is fantastic and something that I really wish more people would watch. Carrey should have been up for an award. I think he's good no matter what. Like, he's had shit movies. Don't get me wrong, but I mean, I'm telling you, the show Kidding is fantastic. I really wish more people would have watched it. I mean, enough people did where it got a second season, but he plays a Mr. Rogers-esque character to a T. It's just fantastic of him going slightly mad. Anyway, Tom Hanks and Jim Carrey.
I love Bob's rants. I don't know if you guys are sick of it. I don't know your history. I could listen to this guy talk for fucking hours. So anyway.
we love Uncle Bob.
How about you, Armando?
Okay, yeah, so I thought about, because for years, I always because my mom always made me watch Denzel Washington movies. I want to see him do something like a comedy, because he never does comedy. He always does dramas, and he's always playing a cop.
Yes.
So I want him.
A cop. You're right.
Yeah. So so I thought maybe but I don't want it to be in recent times. If they would do it, I want it to be somewhere in the late 80s, early 90s, and it would be a buddy cop thing or some kind of on the run thing. And I wanted it to be with Matthew Broderick for some reason, because I used to love Matthew Broderick, and that I feel for some reason that could work.
That works.
That's interesting. Wait, so you're saying you want to see them in a period piece in the 80s?
No. It would just be set in that whatever the contemporary a movie made in that time. It wouldn't be
okay.
Hypothetically, if it came out in that time, that's
if John Hughes directed Training Day, but instead of Ethan Hawke, it's Matthew Broderick.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Niall, get writing that script right now.
Yo, honestly, this whole line of questioning's got me thinking there should be some kind of fund where people like us that just have these loves and wants just put money into it. So it's yo, here's $50 million we raised. let's make this ridiculous movie that no one would ever make, that no one's seen. Like, like let's just make this movie with what you're saying, with these guys and these roles, and just like fuck it, do it for the fans. You know, that would be so cool. You know,
Armando, have you ever seen Denzel Washington movie? I think it's called The Preacher's Son or something. It's with the
Preacher's Wife.
Yes.
Years ago, I haven't seen it in a long time.
That's the lightest he has ever gone.
Yeah.
The lightest.
Him and Whitney Houston and
I liked it. I remember years ago.
Yeah, but I think that's the lightest he's gone.
Yeah. No, I wanted like this to be. Has anybody? There's a movie from the '80s I watched a lot called Three Fugitives. With Nick Nolte, and I want something like that. Yeah, Martin Short. I want something like that, but with Denzel Washington.
I only saw the sequel, Four Fugitives. There's your dad joke for the night. Sorry.
So like something like that. Yeah.
I thought of two. Bob, you mentioned Jim Carrey, and I know I may be committing like a sin against humanity with this, but what about Jim Carrey and Adam Sandler?
Oof, that could go one or two ways. Like, you could go wacky Adam Sandler, like, you could have an Ace Ventura, Happy Gilmore, or you could have a Uncut Gems.
Who's playing the straight guy?
No, I want them to be gay. Neither of them are the straight guy.
Son of a bitch.
Actually, speaking of that, real quick, has anyone seen the movie that it wasn't allowed in theaters? I Love You, Philip Morris.
Yeah,
I saw it. It's really good.
It's a true story about it wasn't allowed to be put out because they kept making a fool of the people ahead of Texas, and the person ahead of Texas just so happened to be president of the United States at the time when the movie was being put out.
Yeah.
But no, it's a fantastic movie. Logan, you got to watch it, man. It's a guy who pretty much talked his way out of jail all the time. And it's Jim Carrey and Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, man, that's a good movie, Bob. I remember that. It's like 2009, I think that came out.
Even with Coming to America 2 and that coming out, they could capitalize off of something like that.
I've watched that trailer so many times, and I can't get out of the mindset that I'm pretty sure Wesley Snipes is 95% wax. Just like, he's shiny in everything. He's very flat and it's shiny. He looks like he's made of wax. Like, I don't know what that.
Perfectly symmetrical, handsome black man.
The House of Wax with Wesley Snipes.
Face peels off.
Don't even get me started on Blade.
What about I thought of two, and this is like a lifelong dream of mine, but what about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Samuel L. Jackson? I don't think they've ever done a movie together.
Oh, wow. That's a great fucking point.
It'd have to be a survival movie.
Yeah.
Something where there's a lot of yelling and a lot of guns.
Yeah, it's got to be a high energy, very high energy.
They're
Yeah,
both
you can talk English. Do you speak it? Like,
yeah, they're all like super old now. Just throw them in the jungle. Two old guys. They have to survive.
Oh, no, you make a survival movie. Put it like
Get
last
down!
year, two guys in a Walgreens. Right as the pandemic hit, I'd watch that movie too.
yeah, but they've never done a movie together, and I'm like, what are they waiting for?
I don't know. Now that's got a lot of different like possibilities popping in my head. Or here's a real good scenario or a real good pairing that I think would be. I don't think anyone has ever seen these two in the same room, and that's Tom Cruise and a decent script. I just don't see
You had
sorry.
that's the best point ever brought up in this podcast so far.
You know what? I think we found out whose agent is representing Chloe. Poor Tom Cruise was like, hey, this girl looks talented. Let's get her their shit. I would turn down.
Oh, God. Yeah, but here's the thing. Tom Cruise, I feel like he's been at this point in so long in his career where he does what he wants, when he wants, how he wants. So it's like, I don't feel like Tom Cruise is ever going to do anything where it's up to the director's interpretation. It's like,
no, that's what ruined the Mummy movie. He got a lot of say over it.
Yeah. Because he's like, Tom Cruise is like great, but it's like, dude, I don't know if it's a Scientology thing, but it's like, I've never been able to take that man seriously since Top Gun. And you know, it's like, dude, I can't you seem so robotic in real life that you're acting. Of course you're going to be a perfect, amazing, charismatic, handsome, not anti-aging actor. You're this guy. You're Tom Cruise. Like, it's just, so that's why he fits so perfectly with all the Mission Impossible franchise. It's this guy who's this action, it works.
He's the same fucking character in all the movies. You know what I mean?
We're supposed to believe his ass was the last samurai.
Right.
I mean, he looks Japanese, guys. Let's be real.
He's not even the last guy at the buffet, let alone a samurai, all right?
Yeah, I haven't liked any. I haven't liked any of his movies since the 90s.
He was just playing himself with prosthetics, Bob.
If that's Tom Cruise behind the doors, if Tom Cruise is really this just bad motherfucker who out of nowhere will break into a horrible dance to Ludacris at any given moment, if that's Tom Cruise, I'm joining Scientology tomorrow.
Yeah, no, but when you really think about it, when you really take that role, everyone looks at the role, they're like, oh, Tom Cruise played this crazy guy with blah, blah, blah. If you take the prosthetics off, dude, like, it's just Tom Cruise, this crazy guy in charge who's fuck you. It's going to switch on a dime. That's why he said okay to it. He's just like, yeah, I could play this like no one else. And everyone's like, yes. Honestly, in my opinion, this might be a long shot. That's Tom Cruise's best role, period. Like, honestly.
No, seriously, I maybe it's the fact that as a kid in the 80s, you know, I saw Top Gun, Days of Thunder, Born on 4th of July, and then we all got burnt out of Tom Cruise, like big time. Like I revisited Interview with a Vampire, and I'm still like, man, that wasn't as good as I thought it was.
Which one?
Really?
Interview with a Vampire.
I kind of liked it. Yeah, Lestat, when he plays Lestat.
I think Queen of the Damned would have been a lot better if he was in it again, but he didn't, you know, he threw whatever cards, but I don't know, like it didn't hold up to me. But then again, like, I don't know. A lot of it might be nostalgia and some of the nostalgia wore off. Or another part could be the fact that shit went over my head as a kid where it was like, holy shit, Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise were gay, and they adopted a child. Like, how did I not see this coming? Holy shit, Antonio Banderas is the head of a Eyes Wide Shut party. I was watching this at this age.
Yeah, man. I watched Eyes Wide Shut and questioned my sexuality like 80 times.
I watched it and wondered why people were still giving Kubrick the opportunity to make movies.
Yeah.
Wait, right. So Bob, have you ever seen Magnolia with Tom Cruise?
Yeah.
I think he's awesome in that movie.
And that's the thing, like, he's good as long as he's not the focal. I think he's a good, but the money's not there. Like, he was the head, I mean, he was a lead character in that, but that's like, who made that?
Paul Thomas
Same
Anderson.
guy who did like Boogie Nights, right?
Yeah.
PTA, Paul Thomas Anderson.
In those movies, to me, there's always like a lot of people up front, like Boogie Nights. It wasn't just Mark Wahlberg. I mean, John C. Reilly, for some reason, had a lot of screen time, and I loved every part of him in it. Like, there's so many moments that people take away where you forget that someone was a lead. Like Philip Seymour Hoffman going, stupid, stupid, stupid. That will always be in my head over that movie. Or poor Don Cheadle just going and blowing someone, like just blowing his head off because his wife keeps no, that was William H. Macy. Yeah. He just blows his brains out because he was tired of seeing his wife fuck everybody else at the party. I'm gonna have to watch that movie again. I'm just remembering like a lot of these parts where I'm like, God, that was a great movie.
Kevin, you wanted to talk about the comics, Batman '89 and Superman.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it's really cool because I think Sam Hamm, the guy who did the original Batman '89.
Who the fuck? Sam Hamm is his name?
His real name.
That's fucking awesome.
He's coming back, so yeah, I'm interested because it'll keep the style. See maybe some ideas that are like Burton didn't get to do.
I think they're gonna bring in Robin, like the Keaton Robin in the comics.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we talking about right now?
They're releasing sequels in comic book form to the movies. The Batman with Michael Keaton, the original one.
Gotcha.
And Superman.
Okay, keep going. Sorry. Superman. I have the memory of a fucking goldfish. Keep going.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll finally get Marlon Wayans as Robin.
Yeah, I was going to say, they'll draw this Marlon Wayans. What it looked like.
Yeah.
He got paid not to be Robin. They gave him money. They're like, "You're going to be Robin." Second thought, no, you're not. But since we hired you, here's the money.
Yeah, before we move on to Superman, you guys have heard about the Nick Cage Superman. You've seen stuff from it, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
The documentary's fantastic if you can get your hands on it.
No, I've seen the one with
It was made?
No,
Yeah, Kevin Smith did it. Yeah.
documentary.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the documentary. Oh.
Yeah.
Where they talk about the spider coming out of nowhere in the third act. And then that guy went on to make Wild Wild West, where in the third act, out of nowhere, here comes a giant spider.
So he's like a fetish for giant spiders.
Oof.
He would have loved Enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal.
No, I'm not really too like. I've seen Superman, but what could they do with the Superman comic? This for the sequel. They do.
That's the thing. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm more into Batman than I am Superman.
Well, the Superman movies, like, they were so vanilla. Simply because, like, no one's believing Gene Hackman is this evil genius. Like, he's a bumbling buffoon, and honestly, like, your hero's only as strong as its best, as your counterpart. Actually, that was in his Batman comic not that long ago, where Joker laughed and said, "You can't kill me. You're nothing without me. You need me to keep you going. You can only be as good as the person you're against. Your shadow.
Yeah.
The yin and the yang, the balance.
Exactly. So, like, Gene Hackman, you have to bring in a different villain. But the problem is with Superman is there's very little rogue gallery
They
there.
can't do Doomsday or Brainiac and like Donner Superman. So
No. With his luck, they grabbed Pat Morita to be Brainiac. They were shitty at casting. Actually, real quick,
to be Brainiac.
real quick on some comic stuff. I read an issue came out this past week, and I sent out a letter to the writers because I tweeted to them and they tweeted back. So there's a book called Stray Dogs, and it is so fucking good. Think Lady and the Tramp meets Silence of the Lambs. Like, it's so good. It's just the first issue came out.
Interesting.
And it's Image made it, so it's going to the writers are excited about their project. So honestly, I was gonna put it in the group chat, like, you guys need to check out Stray Dogs. I read the first issue, and I'm going to buy my buddy who owns a shop a couple towns over is holding a really one with a real badass cover. But if you look at the animation and drawing and stuff, or animation, the art is fantastic on it. It's very Disney-esque and with a very, very dark story. It's been a while since I've been this excited about a comic.
yeah, I'm looking at it now. It's from Image Comics, right?
Yeah.
Okay. When I googled stray dogs, actual stray dogs, and like adoptions came up, so that was my.
How about underrated actors, guys? Who we got for some underrated actors?
Oh, boy, that's a lot.
Yeah, there's a few I got. The first one would be Ben Foster.
Ooh, good call.
Yeah, he hasn't been in anything really, man. Where's he?
I just watched him in Galveston on HBO Max. It came out a few years ago with Ellie Fanning.
Okay.
But yeah, he's not in much lately. He's a good actor though.
The last
He
thing I
married
saw.
Robin Wright Penn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was Lance Armstrong.
Was he really?
Yeah, that's the biker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I always say Neil Armstrong sometimes when I'm talking about Lance Armstrong. People are like,
Yeah.
Either way, one took a giant leap, one took a giant pedal. It's all the same. It all reacts around walking.
Yeah, he was good in Hell or High Water. It came out a few years ago. Chris Pine.
You know what he was really good in? It was a movie that I felt was fantastic. Was Alpha Dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a
Ben
good
Foster was
movie.
fantastic in that movie.
I forgot he was in that. Yeah, you're right.
It's funny because I remember his first movie. He was like a little wimpy kid.
Yeah, Get Over It or whatever it was. Where
Wuthering
a girl
Heights.
broke up with him.
And you ever see Wuthering Heights?
No.
He's like it takes place in the 50s. He's a Jewish kid and he falls in love with a black girl. And then
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah. That's a good movie too.
it's a good movie.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. I never saw that. I've seen him as, wimpy people. Or he was in X-Men. He was in X-Men 3 as Angel.
Yeah. Yep.
That was really.
He's been acting a long time, like 20 plus years, since he was a kid.
No, yeah, I like that guy. He's intense.
He He was good on Freaks and Geeks too. He played like this kid. He was obsessed with Three's Company.
Oh my God, that's
time,
right.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I forgot about
and
that.
then they used him as a distraction. Like, you got to tell him why so and so is like the best character, and then they used him as a distraction.
I'll have to find it and then I'll get back to you.
How about you? How about you, Niall? Underrated actor or actress?
Well, I know we mentioned Paul Dano, like he's my number one probably, but I like. What about Cillian Murphy?
Yes.
Yeah, I would say so. Hugo Weaving.
Yeah.
Hugo. Yeah, I like Michael Stolberg. That's my.
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah, the guy's awesome. And Stephen
Yeah.
Root. Stephen Root's awesome. Milton from Office Space.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew who it was.
Yeah, because he could play that kind of, but then I seen him play like he was a gangster in Boardwalk Empire, and then he was like a racist bastard in that Amazon movie Uncle Frank with Paul Bettany and the girl from It.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was good. He was like, I hated him. Like, I hated him in the movie. Like, he was a big douchebag in that movie, Stephen Root. But he's so lovable as he was also Dodgeball. He was like the
obscure sports quarterly.
I don't know if he's like really an actor, but speaking of Dodgeball, Kevin Porter. I don't know if you guys know that actor. He plays Batman on Bat in the Sun, that YouTube channel. I think he's an underrated Batman.
I just seen that. Oh.
Yeah, check him out. Google Kevin Porter Batman. He looks just like Batman.
Well, you just
What?
underrated actor or actress?
Underrated actor or actress? I can't think of one off the top of my head, to be honest with you.
Does anyone have actresses? Because I know we just named all actors.
Oh, here's one. Here's one.
What?
It's not that she's underrated. I don't think she has given herself, or I don't think she's pursued this enough. I think Miley Cyrus is really fucking good. Have you guys seen her episode of Black Mirror?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
I don't know why that was the first thing I thought of. It was just something, I saw her episode, didn't realize she was that good of an actress. It was a very deep episode, whatever. Thought it was cool. That was just the first thing. Sorry.
I feel like I would have to see her in maybe one or two more things before
Well,
I see
that's I'd like to see her in a couple other things to see if she's all right,
It's the stuff I've seen her and she's not good.
Oh, wait, you've seen her? Wait.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I'm totally the odd one out right now. Nobody was like, yeah, Miley Cyrus. Was like, all right, let's let this idiot keep talking. And let's.
There's two things that stand up from that episode, and that's the Ashley 2 and then them butchering the shit out of my favorite Nine Inch Nails song.
Oh, yeah.
Not about that. Fuck that episode, Bob. You're right.
They did a pop version of Head Like a Hole, and it pissed me off.
Oh, wait, Head Like a Hole?
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was Hand That Feeds You. Okay, it was Head Like a Hole, yeah. I remember, you're right.
Yeah, that was rough.
Not saying anything I just said.
I thought she was good in The Night Before with Seth Rogen. She had a part in that.
Did she?
She was
really?
okay. Yeah, she was. She tells Gordon Levitt oh, you got to find love or something. Yeah, she just played herself. So I don't know if that is like a good qualifier, but I thought she was okay in that.
She was in a Nicholas Sparks movie, but all those Nicholas Sparks movies suck. So I really can't blame her for that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's true.
I was watching Dredd recently. That's probably one of my favorite reboots. What about Lena Headey? Is that how you pronounce her name?
Lena Headey.
Lena Headey.
Cersei from Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, yeah.
Yeah. She's good at playing like those kind of roles, like badass chick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super great too.
What?
It's weird. Like, I can think of actors that should be in more movies, and people who don't get them critically acclaimed, but like underrated. I don't know.
What about Chloe Grace Moretz? I feel like she is a good actress. Just it's the role she chooses.
I mean,
yeah,
that's you know what? I'm sorry. That's my choice. We were just talking an hour ago. I think she's a very underrated actress. Anyway, that's my take. Go on, guys.
Somebody I would pick is Florence Pugh. I think she's underrated.
I don't know who that is.
Everyone's starting to know who she is. It's great.
Yeah, Midsummer, Fighting with My Family, Little Women.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, I was going to say Kevin's girl.
And then Black Widow that's coming out. Yeah, I think
eventually.
I think she's a great actress.
Yeah, another really underrated actress, I think. Fucking Meryl Streep. I think she has yet to prove herself.
Actually,
with her 35 Oscars at home.
Yeah,
you know who's an underrated actor?
36 Oscars kind of guy. So you know, like you got a little bit.
Step it up. Step it up. Come on.
Aaron Taylor Johnson. Aaron Taylor Johnson. I mean, he was in Kick-Ass and Marvel, but he did the movie Nowhere Boy, which was based on John Lennon's teenage years, and he was actually really good in that. And I wonder if he was given different opportunities that he wouldn't be good. When he's brought up Chloe, I was like, you know what, the dude, and I couldn't remember his name because it's sad that the one person who made it big that was young there in that movie is fucking Evan Peters. He's the one who got all the success, and he was barely in that damn movie.
I like him. Yeah, I like Evan Peters.
Evan Peters. So do I.
I do too.
So do I.
Yeah,
I think it's great.
Yeah, he's a handsome young man with a bright future,
and he can play a lot of different roles too.
Yeah, he's good in Hotel.
You know what? That's the thing. He's one of those actors where when he goes versatile, when you see him play a bunch of different things, it doesn't seem contrived. It doesn't seem like an actor. Like you don't like the work they did doesn't read in their role. Like he's lost in it, and you get lost in it too. It's not like you see him and you're like, oh, he's doing a great job because I can see all the work he's doing. Like Evan Peters is one of those guys where it's like everything he does is I buy it and I'm entranced. I love that kid. Love him. Yeah. Love him. Yeah.
Yeah. If I was to think actress, I'd say probably I want to see what Jessica Ralph can do outside the comfort zone of romantic comedies. I think she's a good actress.
Jessica Ralph?
Yes. Yeah. So Jessica Ralph.
Yeah. More horror movies. I want to see her in the MCU.
Yes. Yeah. Sue Storm. Yeah.
Sue Storm. Yeah. I would love her in that role.
Because I watched that movie with her, with her husband, her fiance dying of cancer. And you can't hate that movie, man. It's so nice and pleasant, even though the guy is dying of cancer. Everything's and she's good in it. I think she could be like a Julia Roberts, like America's Next Sweetheart.
Yeah.
She has to expand her range a little bit.
Yeah, she was in that new Body Brokers movie too, about the drug rehab facilities.
Did you see that one?
I didn't. Henry interviewed the director of it, of the movie, and he said the movie's really good. It had Frank Grillo and Jessica Roth, a bunch of people.
Yeah.
I think Kirsten Dunst is kind of underrated now. I thought after Fargo season 2, she kind of should have had a bigger career. At least as a, I don't know, because I think Spider-Man says she's fine, but after Fargo season 2, I was like, okay, she should be getting a bunch more roles.
Wait, it took you to that point to realize that?
No, it's just because I haven't seen her do stuff as often. Because I grew up, I was really young. Yeah, I was really young, so I thought she was she was doing different stuff.
How old are you?
Yeah, 28.
Okay, here.
Kevin,
I have an actor.
Kevin just goes, yeah, Armando's younger than us. In my ear, I go, oh, how young are you? You're only 4 years younger than me. This motherfucker's almost 40. I'm old, even though he looks like he's 8. Those Colombian jeans.
Underrated actor that definitely should have been there. Michael Pitt.
Yes.
But I heard he's a douchebag, and that's why people won't give him a chance.
It could be, but man, he's great in the movie Bully, where but man, in Funny Games, the Funny Games reboot, he was phenomenal. That's one of my favorite movies. I was trying to remember. I was like, there's a couple I could think of, and Michael Pitt kept coming back in my mind. Watching Funny Games, and I'm telling you, both of those made you go fuck, this guy should be a player in something,
He was amazing. Yeah. Mason Berger in the TV show Hannibal.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
He was in Boardwalk Empire too, wasn't
he? Yes.
Jimmy. Jimmy Darmody. Yeah.
He should be in more stuff simply because he can play intense and it doesn't look like it's hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was great in Murder by Numbers with Gosling.
Yeah, it's another one. Yeah, like
Sandra Bullock. They played like teenage killers or whatever, late 90s. It was good.
Another reason we should hate Ryan Gosling. We dated Sandra Bullock. He's married to Eva Mendes. Just, he was in the movie Drive, which is incredibly underrated.
Yes.
Do you know how bad I want that coat for no damn reason?
Yeah.
I want Ron Perlman to play a big angry Russian more often. Like, he's made for that.
Yeah, it's Nicholas Winding Refn's best movie. Perfect.
Yeah, I think one of the coolest lines I've ever heard in a movie comes from Drive, Bob. It's when
my hands are dirty too.
Yes, I love that line.
Yeah,
he's like, "So I don't want to shake your hands, man. I'm sorry, my hands are dirty." He's like, "So are mine."
Yeah.
He should have done more stuff like Dark. Albert Brooks. He was amazing in Drive.
Yeah.
We're on the same page, Kevin. We know the same quote. No one has ever mentioned that quote.
Really?
And I'm like, I love that quote. Yeah.
Yeah, same here, man. No one's ever known. Yeah, that's awesome.
Because you guys are losers.
Exactly. Have you seen Drive? You ever seen the movie Drive?
I actually have not seen Drive. No, Kevin's been recommending it for like years, and I put it off, but I want to watch it. Yeah. Did
anyone check out that trailer for Cruella and Mortal Kombat?
Fuck Cruella trailer.
Cruella is just it's Disney's Harley Quinn.
It's Harley Quinn and Joker for children.
Yeah. Why do we need this movie? Why do we need this? There's no reason.
We don't need this movie, Logan. You're absolutely right. We don't.
No.
Yeah.
It's because money came from Maleficent, and they're like, who else can we humanize? Don't humanize the one that was killing dogs.
No, really. It looks just like Joker, only instead of a failed comedian, she's like a failed, I guess, fashion designer or something.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you're going to do that, to be honest with you, here's the way I felt about it. I watched it, and I was like, you know what? All right, Cruella, cool. Let's see what happens. I don't like the fact that Cruella was aged. I feel like Cruella should always be, I get it, because of time. She's younger, and she's Cruella. But, like, there's nothing decrepit and mean about Emma Stone. I think she's hot and sweet. So, like, I see her, and I'm like, there's nothing about her that's Cruella. At least get a young actress that has a chiseled jawline, like crazy features. Oh my God, I'm thinking about it in the moment. Who's the woman who played in that new Hulu series, the teacher who had sex with the student?
Kate Mara.
It's someone like that. Someone that has that creepy, like mean but sweet look in their face naturally.
You know who could be Cruella, Helena, the chick from Fight Club.
Helena Bonham
Carter.
Bonham Carter.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect age too.
I was thinking that too. The same.
But
actor.
the only way she would get into that movie is if Tim Burton directed it.
Of course, right.
Which would be interesting. How do you feel about that?
I would.
I'm done with Tim Burton for a while. I've loved Tim Burton in so much stuff. He needs to stop.
And you know what I like about Cruella too? Like with all the other Disney, like I guess villains, they're like magical and mystical. No, not Cruella. She's just drugged out and evil. Like just simple.
Yeah, like wait, this is a Disney thing, obviously, right?
Yeah.
How are they gonna twist this to be like Disney appropriate?
They did it more
like she kills dogs. She's a piece of shit. That's all you need to know. Like that's not a Disney movie. Like how are they gonna do this? You know?
It does kind of connect because in the animated 101 Dalmatians, they say, "Oh, this is my friend from college, Cruella. This is supposed to be Cruella in college." So I guess when we see her in the animated version, that's her at like, even though from the way she looks.
In college.
Her at like 30, so it's a hard 30 something. I don't know.
Dude. That's a real hard 30. Like I know people who have been on meth for over 10 years who look younger than that at 30.
That's what I'm saying. She seems way too hard for being in her 30s. It's like it almost seems like the Cruella they wanted to bring out, they wanted to show us that's the Cruella that's too old for the Cruella they are showing us. Like, it's...
You know what? Know how they could have made this movie better?
Go.
Is make it a sequel to 101 Dalmatians. Make Betty White Cruella de Vil and her sitting in prison telling people stories about her life. I would watch the shit out of that.
Again, this brings up my fund for movies that people like us need to see. That's the movie that needs to be funded.
I want Betty White as Cruella with tattoos on her face, but they're the spots from the dogs, not tears.
Bob, that's fucking incredible. And you know what? No one will make that movie, but that would sell like fucking hotcakes.
She still has the really long cigarette, and there's a shank in her pocket. Fucking hell, I'd watch the hell out of this.
Oh my God, Betty White as older Cruella. Oh.
101 Dalmatians with Cruella being 101 years old.
Boom, there you go.
Dude, incredible. Oh.
It'd be 101 Dalmatians and DOLL, and that's what she calls her, like, lackeys, her dolls. We could go full demented on it.
That's fucking great, man.
But no, that trailer, I was like, oh, okay, I watched it, and I was just pissed. And then, thankfully, the Mortal Kombat trailer came and just kind of gave me a hug I didn't know I needed.
What about the Red Band trailer? Did you watch that?
Oh, hell yeah.
Mortal Kombat, man, it looks brutal. Like,
I'm gonna watch the hell out of that.
The games, it's like, why couldn't they do this in the 90s?
Wait, Bob, you didn't watch it?
Oh, no, I watched it. I mean, I'm going to watch the shit out of that movie. Like, that's going to be a bedtime story.
Yeah, me too. I'm super excited.
You were saying something. I'm sorry I interrupted you.
No, I was saying the trailer is exactly like the video games. And I was saying, why couldn't they do that in the 90s? But, it was the 90s. Video game movies were what they were. So, but I love the trailer. Like, there's a part, and they have the three, like in the games, they have the 3 combos. They do those in the trailer.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's my only qualm, Bob. You were about to say a rant, and I want to hear it. But the one thing when I watched it, I was like, and this is a small thing, but the whole Scorpion get over here, it wasn't like strong and growly. It wasn't like get over here. It was like, yeah. I was like, what?
I think they were going hypo-realistic with that. Like, he's got a muffle over his face. I'm just glad it didn't sound like Bane. Get over here,
Right.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
It was passable. I think Raiden looks kind of weird. Not really. Yeah. I'm not sold on Raiden. He looks really small. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Christopher Lambert when he played Raiden. I thought it looked more like the character.
That was the guy in '95, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But here's the thing, Raiden. When did Raiden ever have long white hair?
Shit.
I don't know. I don't remember.
No,
maybe we just accepted that as fact because Christopher Lambert had
it. Maybe from the movie.
Long white hair felt like Raiden, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about the same guy, right? That's the
guy. Yeah. There can be only one.
Okay. Yeah, like that's he gave us that Raiden energy. He might be the best part of that '95 film.
He definitely is. He definitely is.
Brigitte Wilson in some tight pants. That's a hard act to follow.
Oh my God, I forgot about Brigitte Wilson. Brigitte Nielsen. I'm sorry. Oh my God.
Brigitte Nielsen Sampras now, but yeah, she was in some really tight clothes. Her and Christopher Lambert made that Mortal Kombat movie.
They're in the game, which is cool. You can have the skin where you can change the characters to look like that.
Is that in MK11?
Yeah, like the Raiden, you can make him look like it's Christopher Lambert. And it's the voice too.
The one thing I was really happy with was, I'm happy that they didn't go, we're only going to do Mortal Kombat 1 stuff. I'm glad they didn't go, no, this didn't happen until number 3. We're getting Jax right off the bat. We're getting, like, Sonya, but yet there's no Johnny Cage, which is good. And people are petitioning for The Miz to play Johnny Cage, which I would be so on board with.
Yeah, I could see that.
He plays that. If you think about it, he's already done enough action, and he can play over cocky.
I'm sorry. When you said Brigitte Wilson, I said I agreed with you, and then in my head you said Brigitte. I thought you said Brigitte Nielsen, like Flavor of Love, Brigitte Nielsen. So everyone was like, "Oh, I forgot she was in that movie," and in my head I thought she played Goro, and I was like, Oh, no, Brigitte Nielsen, fucking Veronica Vaughn from Billy Madison. Okay. I had to bring that up in case anyone's listening and listens to what I said and goes, "This idiot thinks Brigitte Nielsen played Goro in Mortal Kombat."
Here, do me a favor. Go back in the time machine. Think of Brigitte Nielsen and Flavor Flav having a kid with a ponytail. That's Goro.
Yo, Brigitte Nielsen should play Goro. I'm so sorry. That should happen. Or the woman, oh my God, what's her name from Game of Thrones?
Oh, Captain Phasma?
Brianna Tarth. Yeah. Anyway, let's change the subject.
Well, and that Mortal Kombat movie is coming out soon. It's like what, next month or?
Yeah.
What else, Logan? Did you see it? What? Oh, yeah, it's Goro.
It is Goro.
Actually, you know what? Take back Betty.
She has Goro facial features.
Actually, if we take back the Betty White as old Cruella de Vil, and you put in Brigitte Nielsen where she's all jacked in the prison yard.
Oh.
So guys, Rosamund Pike just won.
Really?
Is she really?
That movie was
She just won for the movie? Yeah. So what else? Any other news, Kevin? Any other? No, just that. That's the latest update.
Yeah.
No, actually, I did not. Catherine Tate won for Schitt's Creek.
Catherine's Tate.
Catherine O'Hara.
Hera, thank you.
O'Hara.
Misha Tate popped up on my Twitter for some reason with everything, and Jason Sudeikis won for Ted Lasso.
Fuck Jason Sudeikis.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that's
He's just
comedy.
annoying. He's like the Leo DiCaprio of comedy for me. I'm sorry.
I feel for that man. That man had the hottest woman in the world, and then they broke up, and she's with Harry Styles now. Like, that dude, although that dude was winning for a long time. So, I mean...
He just, like, I don't know. He's like, his uncle is George Wendt. Here's the thing. The guy's really fucking funny, and I like him. He just has this weird air about him that I can't get over. It's like this, I'm Jason Sudeikis, whatever I do I'll be honest, when I first saw him, it was very, like, it was almost like stolen Will Ferrell energy to me when I first saw him. I was like, I don't know, maybe he came out at the wrong time, but he does a good job. I've just never been a big fan of him.
It's funny you mentioned Jason Sudeikis. I went to Walgreens today, and the cashier looked like Jason Sudeikis. I didn't tell him that, but I thought about it.
I thought you were going to say, I went to Walgreens today, and the cashier was Jason Sudeikis.
Maybe in a couple of years, yeah.
Schitt's Creek won Best TV Series, Musical or Comedy.
There's music in that?
No, it's under one thing. It's musical or comedy or
comedy.
My wife and I are about halfway through the second season, maybe almost at the end of the second season, and it's good, but I don't think it's as good as everyone's making it.
Yeah, I tried to watch. I'm not crazy about it so
I can't
far.
stand Catherine O'Hara at all in that movie or in that show.
Really?
The accent bothers me. There's no discernible point of where that accent is, and it bothers the shit out of me.
I don't know. It gets better throughout the series.
No, but I'll be honest. The people I love the most in the show so far are David and Stevie. Those are my two things that I'll watch. They could have a spinoff, and I'd be cool with it.
Armando, you strike me as a huge Catherine O'Hara fan. Also, you, Niall.
Really?
Okay. I started watching it.
Really? Because you're fucking wrong.
Yeah, no, I like Catherine O'Hara, but that was mostly because of Home Alone. And I used to love Home Alone. That's it. But
yeah. I only said that because you said when he was talking, you were like, you said something. I was like, I feel like Armando has to say something. All right, I'm sorry.
yeah, I tried to watch Schitt's Creek. It was okay. Like maybe I'll keep watching it, but then I sometimes will watch comedies, and then I'm just gonna go back and watch Married with Children or something. But that's the mode I go. It's always Married with Children.
Yo, did you guys see the meme where Disney Plus now owns Married with Children? That means she's now Disney Princess.
Disney Princess, yeah.
Now I'm just waiting for Disney Plus because Disney Plus is officially absorbing more of Hulu. I'm waiting for Married with Children to hit Disney Plus now.
Yes.
Whatever, you know.
Yes, Queen.
Yeah,
I'll
be
be honest, a lot of these people who are the streaming services who are absorbing or being bought out by other people, like Paramount doing Viacom and doing all of their streaming stuff, WWE getting bought, the WWE network being bought by Peacock. So now people who have the WWE network now get Peacock free with it all. So again, I can just binge The Office whenever the hell I want. But,
that's huge leverage they have with The Office. Like I considered switching because solely for The Office. That's like my nighttime, nothing to watch, don't know what's going on, background everything.
The best way I heard it put was that's the weighted blanket for those with anxiety. That's something you can put on, and it's your weighted blanket. You don't have to worry about what's going to happen. You know the line that's coming up. You know the situation. You know that even if it's cringy, it's going to be okay. Like it just, and I'm a huge Office fanatic, man. Like,
yeah.
So I mean, no, the streaming services are starting to get insane now. Paramount, they just started announcing all of their stuff, and I was like, all right, well, I'm not going to, but right on, good for you. You know.
Yeah.
There's not much shit they're going to put out that I'm going to be excited about.
With the Paramount Plus, speaking of which, Bob, there's I mean, I know I might be, I don't know our age ranges, but there's a Rugrat, they're going to be bringing back Rugrat.
I saw
that
SpongeBob.
too, yeah.
And SpongeBob?
A SpongeBob where he's in elementary school, yeah. Same animation style. Don't get me wrong, the Rugrats looks fantastic. I ain't going to lie.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't know. But the one thing is, it's literally going to be $10 a month.
Yeah.
Paramount Plus?
What?
What's your feelings on that?
Paramount Plus. It's really, the thing is they're playing it safe. You know, they don't have enough leverage to pull a Netflix and go $13.99. But if they go lower than $9.99, then all of a sudden they're not taking that serious for some reason. Like it's not profitable. But yet it's Viacom.
Right. You think they're playing it safe?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead's they're not only coming back, they're getting their own movie. They're getting a sequel. Beavis and Butthead.
Beavis and Butthead Do America?
Yeah.
Wow. And they're bringing they have all the old episodes.
When was this happening?
When was the news? When did that happen?
Not that long ago, because the streaming starts March 4th. So
this is why you guys made a mistake having me on your podcast, because this is the most exciting news, because this is my favorite movie, and you guys are very much more well-versed in movies, and Beavis and Butthead Do America Part 2 is the highlight of my life.
No, they just announced it 3 days ago.
I'm kidding. No, but like it's so exciting. I'm such a big Mike Judge fan. I'm actually rewatching Silicon Valley. You guys like Silicon Valley?
It's a good show. Yeah.
I'm about at season 2, but it's when I get time to watch something, I'll throw that on.
I think that show. I just watched my favorite episode of television ever is the Sesame Seeds episode with Burger King, in the first season. He talks this whole, the CEO. I forgot the guy's name, but he talks about like. If you guys never seen it, I'm not going to go through the whole rigmarole right now, but it's a really incredible scene of television. I love that show. So that's it. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, I heard they were bringing back Reno 911 too, and I loved Reno 911 when I was younger.
Yeah, they were supposed to do new episodes, but HBO Plus or HBO Max has Reno 911, which I've been watching way too much of.
Yeah.
I love that damn show.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
When Trudy has the boyfriend and
the serial
they go over there and they're in the dominatrix stuff. And they're like,
the best. Go ahead, Bob. Sorry.
Well, they look in the fridge and there's body parts, and he's like, okay, if we're just going to start flying off the handles over any little thing, like a head in the freezer.
I love when she visits her dad at his grave and she's so creepy about it. Like,
even that movie was fantastic.
Yes.
Where they had Paul Rudd play a Cuban. He was a Cuban drug pin.
Oh God. So many. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch so much Comedy Central when I was like in high school or middle school, high school. And I'm like tempted for that Paramount Plus thing, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to pay for another service right now.
Let us not forget about Strangers with Candy. Talk about fucking underrated. as far as comedians and shows.
Stephen Colbert rocked that entire show. And Amy Sedaris, obviously.
That show is absolutely fucking monumental, and it inspired a generation of comedians. And no one talks about it, ever.
Yeah, like Amy Sedaris, she should be a lot bigger than she actually is.
She should have so good on that brother does, because I can't stand Dave Sedaris.
I kind of like it. Because Amy Sedaris, though, is like she's still all of our little secrets. Like no one knows about it. Like, you know?
She was on Kimmy Schmidt. She was good on.
Was she?
Yeah, she was.
Oh yeah, I think I remember. Yeah.
She has a show on like True TV or something. It's like crafting and whatnot, but it's just Amy Sedaris being Amy Sedaris while doing those things.
Yeah, I keep meaning to check that out because I see it on like HBO Max, and I'm like, I might check it out.
All right, I know we said we were done with Tim Burton, but so he's got that Wednesday Addams show coming up.
Yeah.
No, we're done with Tim Burton.
We are. Netflix isn't.
Yeah, I'm not expecting much, but it'd be cool if they had Christina Ricci. What?
I think it's gonna be like Ratchet.
Ratchet.
Ryan Murphy show that was about Nurse Ratchet.
Yeah.
I think I'll have that same energy. It would be like, okay, it looks nice, but it's empty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I actually thought about Ratchet until now, but I did watch it.
I've sort of stayed away from it just because I love One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and it's like my favorite thing about Nurse Ratchet was there was no backstory. You know what I mean? Like she was just a psychopath. Don't humanize the psychopath. That's the one thing Rob Zombie almost did with Halloween was he almost humanized the sociopath. You know, you can't humanize Michael Myers.
That's what they do now.
Just give me the boogeyman. And that honestly, Nurse Ratchet to me, it was the boogeyman. Like that she was evil. You know, that was just that. She's such a perfect character. But no, I think they're gonna.
Halloween movie, Danny Trejo, when they tried to humanize Michael Myers.
That's right. And see, that's what happens when you try to humanize Michael Myers. When you call him Mikey, no, Mikey gonna fuck you up. That is in the Bible. It's in the red words.
Yeah, but in terms of Wednesday Addams, I'd love to see Christina Ricci as an adult version.
Yeah,
I'd like to, but I feel like it's too obvious, even though it should be by all means. Like I could see them, but we don't know what time, what age they want to go with. Like they could go Ava Green if they wanted to, and still have it be extremely successful.
No, I think it's kids.
It's kids?
Yeah.
Oh, I hate it already again.
I think the plot is she goes to like an academy, like a snooty academy.
Oh, why?
Yeah.
Is it animated?
No, I don't think it's animated.
Oh, see? And I thought the lowest point in Addams Family would be Eddie Izzard as Gomez, but apparently I was wrong. No, that wasn't Eddie Izzard. That was Tim Curry who played Gomez. And that very horrible
sequel. Yeah, the sequel movie.
Yeah. Eddie Izzard was the one they brought in as grandpa in the Monsters thing.
What do you guys think of Edgar Wright doing the Running Man remake?
I'm in.
I think
Edgar
Wright should go fuck himself. No, I'm kidding. I have no opinion. Go ahead.
I'm so stoked for it just because I love Edgar Wright. To me, he's only done like one crappy movie, and that was World's End. I just didn't like it. It's just.
Oh, Bob, I like that movie. I'm sorry.
No. Out of all of his movies, I felt that one was the weakest. Like, I was even like, I love Baby Driver. I thought Baby Driver was phenomenal. A lot of people hated it. My sister and her boyfriend absolutely hate Baby Driver. Why? Because they said they can't get into Baby. That he just so happens to be there for the ride. No pun intended. Yeah. But they're like, it's just there's nothing, and I get it.
He's too impersonal.
Yeah, like I still want to see the script that Edgar Wright wrote for Ant-Man.
Maybe that'll be like a documentary one day, like the Kevin Smith Superman thing.
Oh God, that Kevin Smith documentary was great because we got Nicolas Cage with long black hair in the Superman suit telling it how to light up. And it was just, it's such a good documentary.
About this, or we talked about it previously, but Willy's Wonderland?
Yeah, we talked about that. I watched it.
All right, never mind. Moving on.
It was interesting.
I thought the same thing, Bob. Please, Bob, can you sound off for like a minute just so I can be satisfied?
Here, it's Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage without talking.
Yes, and I loved it. I loved it so much.
Jesse, I have to ask you a question, though.
Yes, Niall.
Do you feel like Nicolas Cage not speaking actually hurts the movie? Because when you have Nicolas Cage, you bring him on to be Nicolas Cage. He does the acting, he speaks. So do you feel like that kind of cripples the movie, him not speaking?
It's funny you say that because I had that thought. I said, why would you get Nicolas Cage and he doesn't say anything?
Yeah.
But now I find myself now on a podcast with you fine gentlemen, now gushing over the fact that he doesn't say anything. So there's something in there. The fact that you want him to say something and he doesn't, it almost makes you, it's almost like a song that fades out as opposed to just ends on a chord. You want more. It was done on purpose. Like, I'd like to think it was done on purpose. I don't, maybe it was. But I like the fact that he doesn't say anything because it kept me engaged the whole movie. I was like, oh, Five Nights at Freddy's ripoff. Whatever, I know what's coming. The monsters aren't as scary as I want them to be. But still, Nicolas Cage saying nothing and the general creepiness of animatronics was what kept me in. So to answer your question, the fact that he said nothing, I think, was what kind of sold me.
No, I understand, because even with his expressions, it's like, how can I say this? Like, that's an easy paycheck for Nicolas Cage just to look.
Here's the thing, not to interrupt you again, I'm sorry now. It's almost like, you know, like that grandfather or father energy that you want so badly in your life, and you'll accept it by them just giving you a grunt. Like, hey, granddad, I did this. And they're like, oh, good job. You know, like, and you're like, oh, he said good job. Like, when he grunts, I'm like, Nicolas Cage grunted. Oh! You know?
No, I think you're right. I feel like if he would have talked, it would have taken away from the overall, you could hear a pin drop feel, because 100%. You're constantly waiting in anticipation, you're anticipating it. And even if I was to watch it again, you still know no one talks, and you're still going, all right, you know, just because it's Dude, Nicolas Cage would chew the shit out of that scenery, and you need the scenery to be there. So just him being, maybe he's auditioning to be Lurch for Netflix. Who knows?
Here's two things. You said something that really was important, that once he talks in that movie, that whole movie falls apart. Once he talks, it falls apart. It's done. You're done.
It's a Nicolas Cage movie at that point. Where it's just
exactly. You're not invested when he says a word. That I don't know if that was on purpose or if the writer was just like, maybe Nicolas Cage just doesn't say a word, ha ha ha, and that'll be funny. Maybe it was just a fluke. but the fact that he didn't say a word kept your eyes on that movie the whole fucking time, and it was fun. I'm a big Five Nights at Freddy's fan. I'm also deathly afraid of animatronics. So it was kind of like a perfect storm for me. You know, I was like, this is a great movie, you know?
I felt like if he would have talked, it would have been worse than the Banana Splits movie. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But even though I enjoyed the shit out of that Banana Splits movie, I shouldn't have laughed as hard as I did. But like, no, it was a good movie. It's not going to be one that I'll watch again. Like, it's not Mandy. It's not
it's a one-time watch.
It's a one, or something you pull out every couple of years and watch with your buddies. You know, like just
to be like, check this fucking film out. This is great. This is funny. You know, yeah.
I have a whole bunch of those movies. If you guys want to see some weird shit, and just like the Poughkeepsie tapes, that was one that not a lot of people talk about. That movie's fucked up, and I have it on DVD just because it's strange as shit. I think Prime has it for some reason. Prime has it on their service, but it's the Poughkeepsie tapes. It's real messed up.
Here's the thing with that movie. I wanted it to be scary and fun. It was pretty much only fun.
Yeah,
so
it was.
I can't complain.
Right. It should have been scary, but honestly, like, I feel like that thing walked such a thin line that if they would have done one thing, it would have, like you said, it would have all collapsed. They already had a shaky shanty. They just had to make sure they got that one tarp over it, and they were good.
Well, you know what I think is really cool, Bob? Like when Nicolas Cage was presented with this script somehow from this indie filmmaker, I want to do more research on this process on how this was made. But when he was presented with this script, he would not make the movie if they changed anything. He said, I want to make this movie based on what this indie filmmaker's vision is. And if you change a thing, I'm not doing the movie. Right?
It could be his cousin's brother's friend.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Nicolas Cage is in it because it brings people to watch the movie.
Yeah.
But you're not paying.
It seems like a personal choice for him to say that, right? Mm-hmm. It seems like, why would Nicolas Cage say that? It's either Nicolas Cage knows this guy or Nicolas Cage is so bored where he's like, let's just revert back to when I was making films when I was younger and just let me support someone who's, I can afford to do that and support an independent filmmaker. And, you know, like.
The dude bought a Tyrannosaurus Rex head, named his kid Kal-El, and his oldest son is a death metal band singer. I'm pretty sure he's just done it all, and he's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go in ballet next week." I think he's getting.
Yeah.
You know, put him in Guys and Dolls. I'll watch that shit too.
It seems like a fuck it Nicolas Cage move, and that's kind of what attracted me to this movie. Also, was kind of like it seemed like the perfect, like I said, the perfect storm. This independent filmmaker, the guy who's never made a film before, who's like. And then Nicolas Cage being like, it almost seemed like fan service meets new filmmaker. It's like, and it was just exciting. It was like a once in a lifetime thing. That's why it felt exciting. It didn't feel like a studio made this experience happen for us. It felt like this guy had a shot and somehow got linked up with Nicolas Cage, and Nicolas Cage had this like epiphany to be like, I'm not gonna fuck with this indie filmmaker's script, and it somehow fucking got released, and it seems special to me. So that's why I liked it, you know.
Maybe Nicolas Cage wrote the movie and he has it under a different name. Maybe we cracked the code.
That's it. Yeah.
Like, holy shit, I wrote a movie. Watch this shit.
Yeah, and he can afford to pass it off on somebody, yeah.
Like how Molly was creeping up behind Logan, it would be Nicolas Cage next time.
Yeah.
Did you know he's in? I just checked because I want to see something. Do you know he's playing Joe Exotic?
Yeah.
I heard about that. Yeah.
God, I'm gonna watch the shit out of that too.
That is perfect.
It's a Nicolas Cage fever dream project. That's the shit I love.
It's a perfect casting right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's nobody else that could play that character. What'd you guys think of the Army of the Dead trailer? Zack Snyder.
Oh, love it, man.
I'm excited for it. You know, honestly, I don't give a shit about Justice League. I'm excited for this movie.
No, me too. I love his records of Dawn of the Dead and all those. Like, I like zombie movies, honestly.
I forgot he directed that. Yeah, 2004. So I'm pretty excited. It's a cool premise.
Dawn of the Dead was great. I didn't like Land of the Dead or Day of the Dead. Which one had the ones where the zombies were communicating? That was the one I was like, I don't know.
I don't know.
But I still watched the shit out of it.
You know how we were talking about some remakes are better than the original or sequel or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think Dawn of the Dead is maybe better than the original one.
Oh, it's very much better than the original.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, if anything, for that beginning of that movie is one of the few moments that made me jump out of my seat in the theater.
I remember seeing it in the theater, and it was.
The little girl scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Up until that point, I never thought I'd punch a child. Saw that one, I guess every dog has its day.
The new movie is a cool setting. Zombies in Vegas. I always thought that would be a good horror flick.
Yeah, remember the slot machine, and they were like, going
like attack the guy and like eat him, and you see all the neon signs and stuff like that. There's like a million of them.
Zack Snyder shines a lot in like these type of movies. Like, no offense to like Justice League and whatnot, because we've talked about that many times, but I kind of want to see him go back to stuff like, you know, zombie movies or little stuff like this, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It really shows what he can do as a director too. It feels like more creative, where superhero movies are kind of the same
Like
over again.
he killed it with Dawn of the Dead and Watchmen. So like this kind of has the epic feel of Watchmen, where it's that nice gritty like looking, but with Dawn of the Dead kind of, well, obviously the zombie overlap. But I'm excited.
And it has a good cast. I don't know the actor's name, but he plays Ghost, and Batista's in it too. So yeah.
Yeah, I saw Batista in it, and I was like, man, he likes working with these directors. He loves James Gunn.
Yeah.
And if he can become a quote-unquote Zack Snyder guy, like those two could have a lot of good movies together.
They could, yeah.
Just because Batista's that size, where that's the guy in every zombie like video game you can play. If you get a guy that looks like Batista, you want him every time because he's the one who can do this, and this. Like I feel like
Yep.
He could play Bane if they were to do Suicide.
Oh God,
yeah,
that would be
he
great
could.
one.
Yeah, I forgot about that. He'd be a good casting choice. But yeah, I don't know when that comes out. Maybe the summer. I'm not
May.
sure. May.
That was supposed to be out a while ago. I feel like they keep pushing it back.
That's not direct to Netflix, right?
It is.
No, it is.
It's just okay.
Yep.
And the theaters are slowly coming back. Slowly. Tom and Jerry, I think, made like 13 million, which is, I guess, good for now.
Yeah.
13 million too much.
Yeah, no shit. So that's pretty.
Theaters are coming back slowly.
Yeah, it's pretty decent opening.
Yeah, what a movie to open back the theaters with and tell them that cinema's alive again.
I know, Martin Scorsese. He's like, Tom and Jerry is cinema. It saved us all.
I'm a Bears fan. If I want to spend money to watch something that's gonna let me down really bad, I'll just go watch football.
This is true. That's a movie that should have been released in January.
Yeah, it's a January movie.
January, the dumpster of movies.
You know what else is coming out on Disney? Mighty Ducks. What'd you guys think of that?
Mighty Ducks. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was good.
Yeah, it looks good. It's got all the nostalgia to it. It's got a good cast, it looks like. Got Emilio Estevez returning.
Yeah.
Coach Bombay. It looks good.
It's a way to reintroduce it for, like, the next generation.
Yeah, and it kind of makes the Mighty Ducks look like the bad guys.
Cobra Kai version of Mighty Ducks, maybe.
Yeah, pretty much.
Do you think Lauren Graham's character is playing one of the old girls from Minnesota?
Yes.
Or one on the Ducks?
He's
You
playing
think
Connie?
it's Connie too?
I think
Connie. Yeah, I think
Although,
so.
did you see that picture that was out there of the original Duck gang together wearing their jerseys?
Yeah, I saw it earlier today, actually.
Yeah, it was taken a while back, and it had Kenan Thompson too. And I was like, oh, well, okay, yeah, all right. The whole time going, not one of them has anything else going on. Yeah, Kenan has his own show in SNL, shot in the same spot. They could have, and that was just recently. Like, this was made a while ago.
You guys want to talk about the emojis?
Yes, I do. So I put out on the group text some emojis, and if you guys have any emojis that represent movies or guess the movie through the emojis, let me know.
I sent a few of them in the group one. So did Kevin. So did Uncle Kev.
I don't know if you can put the emojis like on the screen or something. But
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Ratatouille, then Titanic.
Titanic. Christmas Vacation.
Blood Diamond.
Ocean's 11.
E.T. Ninja Turtles after Ocean's 11.
Psycho. Clockwork Orange.
300 to second to the last one, Kevin said.
yeah, that's an easy one. Yeah.
Nice. We got a knife and a blood drop, and I don't know. I can't really tell.
Sorry, I had to mute Armando in the background. I couldn't hear anything. I think it looks like he dropped off.
I'm thinking the very last one was Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
Just a big pile of shit.
I'm looking at Kevin's here. The gun and the horse. What's
Wait,
that?
is one of them Animal Farm or no?
For which one?
The second one?
No. Bob got the second one.
It's Space Jam.
Oh, it's Space Jam. I saw a pig and a rabbit, and I was like, oh, Animal Farm.
The Christmas one no one got, and it's probably hard. It's Home Alone because it's.
Oh, he's doing this instead of this.
Oh, gotcha.
And A Clockwork Orange. Those are the only ones. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out Kev's. Yeah.
It's Warhorse.
Oh, okay. And then Logan put Halloween, and then I'm guessing that's a Pirate of the Caribbean.
Nope.
No?
Nope. Come on, Bob. You should know this one.
I'm having a bad day now.
No,
For some reason, I
first
thought I saw
Lost
Diamond,
Boys.
thought Pearl. Don't ask.
what?
Yeah, man,
No.
it's first.
Lost Boys.
Yeah, the last one's Lost Boys. Yep.
Monkey
Well,
Paw, Kevin.
Yeah, Monkey Bone. Yeah.
I love that movie.
Yeah, but what's the pirate one? Can you guys guess
Yeah,
it?
there's pirate. There's it's Titanic.
Nope.
There's a diamond and a lot of
There's a
dead
diamond,
people.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a pirate ship. That should help you.
It's Tom and Jerry, a pile of shit. Right, got it.
Nope. It's from the 80s.
Oh, good.
The Goonies.
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, damn, that's a clever one.
Yeah.
I got you guys.
Well, that's a pretty good one. Yeah.
One-Eyed Willie's Buried Treasure.
I was trying to find gold, like an emoji of gold, but I couldn't. I'm gonna send you guys one real quick. Uncle Henry's choice.
Honestly, when I saw a gun and a horse, I originally thought Godfather.
I just sent you guys one. Let me know if you figure it out.
Oh, it's Boogie Night. No. Yeah, Boogie Nights.
Boogie
Oh,
Nights.
yep.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, you got it. There you go. Okay.
So, you guys watched Nomadland.
Yep.
I haven't yet.
Yeah, I had a great time there.
Yeah, I
had a great
saw
time.
it too. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
It's cool. She was amazing in the movie.
It's probably the best movie I've seen this year thus far.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's awesome.
It's fucking good. Like, you can't stop watching it. I give it a 5 out of 5. Perfect score.
Yeah, me too.
It's on Hulu?
It's on Hulu. Yep. About 2 hours, I think.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna be bored, but it was like really like compelling, like to see.
Interesting.
Yeah,
That's why it was so good. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a fun movie to describe it.
yeah,
Yeah, it feels very real and authentic. Not like people acting. It feels like a documentary. You know, it felt like real people. So
Exactly.
you get attached to that. You know.
yeah. And I like that they didn't like they don't judge like Francis McDormand. Like
It shows you
can
both
see
sides.
Yeah, it shows both sides. Like it shows, okay, it's good that she wants to be in that world and she's willing to keep working, but it like shows, okay, it's also like really hard to like struggle and like how she has to keep going from job to job. And she's very optimistic about it, but she's also like realistic about, okay, it's not ideal what I'm going through, but like she has her own stuff that she has to like figure out. Like I was really impressed with her in that movie, but she's always good. Yeah, she's always great.
She's one of my favorite actresses.
The cinematography was amazing in that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Like Nevada and everything in the mountains.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, everything looked nice. Yeah.
We got Plemons leading Scorsese's new film.
Yeah.
He's
Killers
one
of
of the underrated actors.
The guy who looks like he's eating a burger at Burger King and you asked him to act.
Don't do Jesse like that, Jesse.
No, I love Jesse Plemons. That's the thing. But like that's why he's so amazing is because he supersedes all it's like he doesn't look like an actor. He looks like a guy eating a cheeseburger all the time, but he does an incredible job in everything. It's like
he could be considered for underrated actors. I think I put that on.
I forgot about that. Yep.
A guy eating a cheeseburger is his next role.
Oh,
And
it should be.
And hopefully, basically, he's married to Dunst. He's married to Kirsten Dunst.
Yeah. They met on Fargo.
Kirsten Dunst. Mm-hmm. And so maybe he'll rub off on her, and she'll like start, doing more interesting stuff.
Maybe they'll rub off on each other, guys. All right. That would be
yeah. Didn't someone say he looks like if someone told you to draw Philip Seymour Hoffman from memory?
Oh man, Bob with the zingers. Bob is with the zingers tonight.
I've read stuff on Twitter. They called him Fat Damon, like Matt Damon.
Yeah,
Like I said, he looks like a normal guy that does normal things. That looks like he's dehydrated all the time.
But man, he was great in the second season of Fargo.
Oh, he was great.
He was in a couple other things. Oh, he was in Game Night too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was freaking great in that movie.
He was the most like Mike as a childhood actor.
Holy crap! He stole some of the youth from Jonathan Lipnicki. He just never gave it up.
You know what Plemons was really good in was Black Mirror, that Star Trek episode.
I haven't watched that one.
Oh, he was so fucking good in that. It was amazing.
What about the stuff we're working on? I did a podcast episode with the Wrong Turn actor, interview with him.
Yeah, I heard that. That was really good now.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, it's really good. Henry and I have a review coming out this week, the finale for WandaVision. Comes out Friday.
It's a beautiful pre-birthday gift, isn't it?
Yeah.
They have
absolutely.
the final episode.
I'm off on Friday, so I'm going to watch it in the morning.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
I got another video game review for Astro's Playroom, PlayStation 5.
How was that? Good?
Fucking awesome.
Yeah.
What
You
time?
utilized like the thing in the middle, right? A lot in that game?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like a tech demo how to use the controller, so it's fun. You learn how to use it. When you play as a robot, basically.
Yeah.
Also, I don't mean to do a shameless plug, but I'm mainly doing this for you guys. But if you guys want, I also have a podcast called Guy-Talians Eating Italian. And it's guys from Long Island, and it's me and two of my friends, and we just eat Italian food, and we just bullshit, and it's really fun. So if you want to, it's like Italian, but instead of the I, it's the word guy, and then eating Italian. So check us out, follow us. I think you guys might enjoy it.
Nice. If you could put the link on Kevin's, I guess, phone and send it to us. Yeah, I'll check it out.
Yeah. I'll put it in the podcast. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. No, I would love for you guys to fucking check it out. We're on 15 episodes deep, and that's my baby. This is your guys' fun time. That's my fun time once a week. You know what I mean? It's great.
I know Miami's not known for pizza, but if you're ever here in North Miami, there's a place called Steve's Pizza. That's my favorite pizza.
And Niall, you bet your ass if I'm ever in Florida, which I actually might be because I'm road tripping in 2 months to Florida.
Mm-hmm.
I might hit you up, and we might have to go get that pizza to do an episode.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. Awesome. Yeah, man.
Man, we all need to get together, like a big group.
Yeah.
I'd love to get everybody out here or something.
That'd be great, man. I'd love to meet you guys in person.
Yeah.
I see the link now. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I just got that one.
Cool. I'll check it out. Awesome.
I hope so. Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to shamelessly plug my
No. You're good, dude. You're good. We'll check it out.
Cool.
But yeah, that's about it for projects coming up for us.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, I'm waiting for them to get back to me on the screener for the flick with Jeremy Piven. Let it go. Let out. It's been a long day. But yeah, they haven't sent me the link for the screener yet.
Okay.
Time, yeah.
Yeah, they will.
It might be at the last minute, but eventually.
Yeah. No shit.
I was gonna say it's the same PR person that I've dealt with so many times. I almost want to just start emailing her directly, so how are you doing?
Yeah, you could. Wouldn't hurt anything.
She's a nice person.
Guys, before you close everything out, I just want to thank you for having me again. It was honestly a pleasure. You guys are so much fun, and I thank Kevin that he introduced me to you guys. You guys are fucking awesome.
You're one of us now. Fun. You're one of us.
Yes, I'm a CinePhella.
Always a blast with you, Jesse. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thanks, Logan.
Well, Jesse Plemons' cheeseburger, it's time for us to take all this good stuff in, but eventually get rid of it before something bad happens to us. Anyways, we are the CinePhellas. Thank you for watching episode 107 of the CinePhellas Podcast. Feel free to share, comment, and engage. That way I can see you next time. Until next time, Logan.
Cheers!
Man, I love the CinePhellas Podcast. What an exciting episode, and I love how they brought out me playing Goro on Mortal Kombat. And P.S. boys, this is true. I will return as Goro in the upcoming Mortal Kombat movie. Love those wild rascals. Love, Uncle Brigitte Nielsen.